So the finale, right, of active listening. This is like the reason that you do it. The best tool you've got, especially on the front end of the transaction, the front end of when you met somebody, right? Because you don't want to bash anything too fast. You don't want to burn any bridges. This is your first impression, right? Like, you just got to be very careful, especially in like the first 90 seconds. I mean, this is when they're judging everything about you, with like all your body language, everything. So if they do go off on one of those rants, or if you ask any probing question and they go off on some long thing, you're actively listening, right? All right, hold on one second. Let me backtrack. Before we go into this, let me tell you why this is going to save marriages, right? That's why you watch this video. Let's put yourself, men, understand this. Shoppers, like girlfriends, don't necessarily vent so that you can immediately pounce on solving the problem. Okay, so just like put yourself in the kitchen or come home after work one day and you ask how your day was and they just unload everything on you. Like, refrain from just pouncing on solutions. I understand it. I'm a man too. Whenever I go to my buddies, right, I only go to them after I've tried to resolve the situation, right, by myself. So I understand your thought process. Just stop. You're a salesperson, right? So like in a relationship, and this will save marriages, once they've done their process of venting, once they've unloaded whatever it is that they've been thinking about over and over and over and over and over and over in their head, they're not listening while they're doing that, right? So you want them to unload this. Simply take a moment and reiterate it back to them. Paraphrase, right? Repeat it back to them. Key points, right? This shows respect without having to say, I respect you. This shows that you were listening and gives them that time. Because guess what? If they know you heard it once and you repeated it back, they will be less likely to say it over and over and over and be one of those repeaters that constantly rehash the same issue because they'll know you heard it. So the key to life when it comes to active listening is paraphrase. It is such a great tool. There's so many times I've been up against a confrontational customer, especially if I did a takeover, right? Where all I did was let them unload, let them know I was diligently going to be working on issue A, B, and C. Give me a few moments, and they'd be like, thank you. And they'd start the whole gratitude track that we need them to in sales, because we need to present that level of authority. They got to remember why they need us. So if we paraphrase it back to them, we maintain that control and usually resolve a lot of issues before they get out of control on the front end.